all that led to dead fucking Philistines, which is the Lord's goal, right? He raised Samson up so he can kick some Philistine ass. So that's why Samson didn't tell him, look, I pulled this honey up out this dead lion I killed the other day. They would have had a fit because they was outside the Nazarite vow. Yeah. So he didn't, right? Yeah. You see how all these things coming together? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Look, people gonna stop acting like this Bible ain't alive. Yeah. Because if you can't read this story and correlate it to today, this ain't for you. Keep going.
Yep. The spirit of most out loud, the Philistine deceitful works, you kind of witness on something that God judge you. You know?
That's what I'm saying. So if you can say that Samson was wicked, you can goddamn sure say the Philistines was. Yeah. Samson was retaliating off they fuck shit. Yeah. Go ahead.
And his word too.
Yeah. That's it.
Yep. Verse 19, and the spirit of Yahweh came upon him, and he went down to Eshkelon, and slew 30 men of them, and took their spoil, and gave change of rank and garments unto them, which expounded the riddle.
That's what I'm saying. So he had 30 men that he made the bet with. He went and killed the whole another 30 motherfuckers to pay. All Philistines.
Yeah. So this ain't coming out my pocket.
Hell no! Especially since y'all cheated. Bro, you plowed with my helper. Yeah. Now you talking about paying?
He's like, all right, bet.
All right, bet. You know? Yeah. Bring your funky ass garments.
And his anger was kindled.
You can wear them hoes to the funeral, nigga.
Right.
Go ahead.
And his anger was kindled, and he went up to his father's house. But Samson's wife was given to his companion.
That's what I'm saying. So Samson was like, you know what? This shit ain't right. He like, fuck that shit, I'm going home. Went back to the crib. Which lets you know that he had several opportunities to go to the crib, but he didn't because why? The Lord was working on fucking them Philistines up. Go ahead.
He says, but Samson's wife was given to his companion, whom he had used as his friend. Which is like pretty much the best man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he had a Hamite best friend, a best man, a Hamite wife, a Hamite father-in-law. You know?
Yeah, father-in-law like shit. You gotta marry somebody, shit.
Yeah.
You want a white man.
He knew that shit she did was fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So now the father out of pocket too, cause now you done made her an adulterer. Yeah. Samson wasn't dead.
Yeah, he should have did that. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Keep going.
But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid.
Fuck that shit, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. With a gift, scrolls.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Finna go back, rekindle this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still had some more ass to whoop.
With a kid, though.
You know what I'm saying? He came with the goat.
Yeah, you walk into the house with some food, like some takeout.
Yeah.
My bad, overreact.
Yeah, I was tripping.
I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? That shit you did was some bullshit, but I done been able to calm down now.
Yeah. Hey, if I may say something about the whole threat with the burning of, you could say she reacted like how a woman would react, but really what she really should have did, like, tried to stay under his protection. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Instead of like begging him to tell him the riddle, she should have really just, you know what I'm saying, try to just stay under his protection.
Yeah.
Trusting
her husband.
Yeah.
If anything, she should have moved back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You go where your husband go.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Shit. But she blew it though.
Yeah,
He was like, bitch, you know what I'm saying? For real?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But it's all through that occasion that the Lord set up.
Right. Yep. Because it's common sense to just walk away from the bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Man's going to the Lord.
You know? He told you in the beginning that Samson was born to do what he did.
Yeah. Chapter 15, verse 1. Judges chapter 15, verse 1. But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Samson visited his wife with a kid. And he said, I will go into my wife into the chamber.
That's what I'm saying. I'm finna make up with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna make up with her. I done calmed down, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got this. Go ahead.
It says, but her father would not suffer him to go in. And her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion. Is not her younger sister fairer than she?
That's what I'm saying. Look at this. Look, that lets you know the importance of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Your wife, it was like Samson's wife fucked up. Samson went back home. Her father gave her to a whole nother, the best man at the wedding.
That's some bullshit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
You give it to the best. You give your wife to the best. She's not important to him at all.
Why the nigga to?
Look. He was willing to pass his dollars around for that bread. You know what I'm saying? Watch what end up happening to his ass. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Hey, you mind if I say something?
Yeah.
That reminds me of when Saul gave. What was it?
What you doing?
Yeah.
What you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you doing?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You made your daughter an adulterer. Go ahead.
It says verse 15, chapter 15, verse 2. And the father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her. Therefore I gave her to thy companion.
I thought you hated her, so I gave her to your partner.
That's fucked up.
Why the partner took it?
That shit was stupid as hell. The heathens.
Yeah.
Keep in mind they did it with the heathen.
That's some Hamite shit.
Go ahead.
Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her.
Girl, you can have her sister. She
fine.
better than her anyway.
Right.
Now he's still trying to deal. Go ahead. This shit is a mess.
Samson said concerning them, now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure. Yeah. And Samson went and caught 300 foxes and took firebrands.
Samson was pissed off behind that shit.
Yeah.
Gonna catch 300 foxes.
Yeah, that's 300. You took you was mad the whole time?
Bro.
Yeah.
How many foxes?
300 foxes.
Try catching one.
Exactly. He caught 300 of them.
Let me take my regular ass out to where the fox is at.
Yeah.
And see what I come back with.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mad. If you able to make stay mad for a long period of time, you mad.
And that shows you that he was fast too, not just strong only. Cause, bro, imagine trying to catch a fox.
Yeah. Samson had spiritual power.
Yeah.
Samson had spiritual power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At times.
Right.
At times.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, and Samson went and caught 300 foxes and took firebrands. And a firebrand is pretty much like a torch. It says, and turned tail to tail, and put a firebrand in the midst between the two tails. And when he had set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines.
Now keep in mind, this is going to lead to what? More dead Philistines. Because that's the whole reason why Samson was raised up. Was to kick Philistine ass. Everything he did led to more dead Philistines.
And he fucking up their money, everything. The economy, fucking their pockets up, everything.
But some foxes though.
Yeah.
They tied the tails together, put a torch in between their tails, and just had them just run through their shit.
That's 150 times.
150.
Bro.
They just
That's what I'm saying. Not only did that let you, he clearly had dominion over the animals, like Noah did.
Yeah.
Bro, to catch that many foxes, bro, you have to have dominion over. Pray your ass here.
Yeah.
But you gotta get quick then.
Yeah.
Just tie their tails together.
Yeah.
Tie the net.
Bro, they had to cooperate with him. He had dominion over them. That's like when the asshole, I know it, get all them people on the boat. He told them to come the fuck here and get on the boat. That's what you talking about, having dominion over the animals, you asshole.
They do. They do.
Yeah. So you get the visual though, like Brother Talmud said, like he literally had foxes. It took two foxes' tails, tied together, and then he lit the fucking torch, and it just ran, and shit just started getting burnt up. Yeah. You know.
It was, you know, they was burning up everything.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's they hold your cornfield. That's a lot of.
And that's what I'm saying. They had dominion over Israel, so they had substance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He destroyed all that shit. You know what I'm saying? He destroyed all their substance, then he destroyed their leadership.
Yeah.
Bro, by the time the Lord got done with the Philistines dealing with Samson, them bitches was broke and on the bottom.
Yeah.
Scrambling. Go ahead.
What from
One
the inside
man.
out?
One man. Go ahead.
Job chapter 5 verse 23, and this is talking about the end times. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee.
That's what I'm saying. The beasts of the field should be at peace with thee. Go ahead.
Right, hold on. That's what pretty much. That's
Yeah.
what's going to happen in the end times when Most High dealing with the men of the Lord, and he dealt with the men of the Lord in that fashion back in the ancient world as well.
Mm-hmm.
know, so the foxes, like I said, the foxes weren't trying to scurry and get away. They were sitting there chilling. He probably petting them, and then they was all calm while he was tying the tails together.
You know what I'm saying? Who knows? The Lord's so cold, all them foxes could have been the firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do with that? Let's go.
Yep, it says, and when he has, verse 5, chapter 15, verse 5, when he has set the brands on fire, he let them go into the standing corn of the Philistines and burn up both the shocks and also the standing corn with the vineyards and olives.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lie, bro.
Yeah.
Corn, olives, a wine vineyard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. He told they hold the state up. Go ahead.
It says, then the Philistines said, who hath done this? And they answered, Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion.
That's what I'm saying. He had it coming.
So Samson didn't feel blameless by doing that shit. He said, okay, since you did that, now I feel like, okay, now I'm not gonna feel bad about killing y'all now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything he did was to repay their wickedness and their deception.
That's right.
Yeah, the scripture said jealousy got a rate of a man too.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you plowed with my helper. You know what I'm saying? You plowed with my helper to get you to get the riddle that you couldn't get. You know what I'm saying? Then when I come back after being pissed off, you done gave my wife to another motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, y'all ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
So I ain't gonna stop.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep, it says, and the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they ain't get. You done fucked over your husband because of your people, and your own people killed your ass. Read it again.
It says,
Bro, I was getting pissed off reading this.
Yeah, like you think about it, I was like, man, look, man.
yeah.
Yeah, but eventually when the spirit prevailed, I was able to understand. This is what the Lord wanted. And all those, bro, this is not talking just about just Samson. It's talking about the women. It's talking about the heathen. It's talking about it's talking about a lot of stuff. But the Lord was controlling each and every single.
Judges 15, verse 6, then the Philistines said, who hath done this? And they answered, Samson, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he had taken his wife and given her to his companion.
Mm-hmm.
And the Philistines came up and burnt her and her father with fire.
Damn.
And
through. Go ahead. Through stew.
Yep.
And Samson said unto them, though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you, and after that I will cease.
You know what's so crazy, bro? The shit that she feared came upon her, even though she. Remember, they was like, "We're gonna burn you and your dad in your father's house." Like, you know, that's the reason why she was crying to him, and the same thing ended up happening to her.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Man. Keep going.
Yep, it says, and Samson said unto them, though ye have done this, yet will I be avenged of you, and after that I will cease. And he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etam.
Let's see what that hip and thigh mean. See if we can get some out of that.
Yeah.
That sounds like something we need to look up.
I'm looking at it.
It sounds like rooted to the tutor.
It says in the NLT, so he attacked the Philistines with a great fury and killed many of them. That's kind of what it just hip and thigh, I guess, is like.
Yeah, the upper thigh, leg, hands, yeah.
Jacking them up.
Yeah,
Let me see if there's something on the commentary though.
Yeah. It's just like when you say you cut a nigga ass from the rooter to the tutor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
It says he smote them leg upon thigh.
Scattered ass everywhere. Yeah.
Damn.
Now, but when you think about leg and thigh, you know what I'm saying, that femoral artery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's cutting, slicing, and dicing.
Yeah.
You know? That could be something that reference in that. Let's go.
It says, and he smote them hip and thigh with a great slaughter. And he went down and dwelt in the top of the rock Etam. Then the Philistines went up and pitched in Judah and spread themselves in Lehi. And the men of Judah said, why are you come up against us? And they answered, to bind Samson are we come up, to do to him as he had done to us. Then 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock of Etam and said to Samson, knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us?
That's what I'm saying. Like, look at the tribe of Judah, the head tribe. Man, you gonna get all those fucked up.
Nigga, you tripping.
Don't you look? Bro, they got the million on us for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Shit, we was being wicked, we was going out. We supposed to be. Sounds like, man, fuck that. They rule is over with, nigga.
Yeah.
But keep on going.
It makes me think about King Saul and the men. Whenever David was like, I'll go to fight this guy. And they was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
You don't get your young ass out of here.
I know we were kind of one, but I wanted to go over like the what does it mean for what does hip and thigh mean?
Yeah.
I just typed it in, Googled it,
Mm-hmm.
and it says in Merriam-Webster, adverb in a fierce and ruthless manner. It says to attack unsparingly, overwhelm with, or as with blows. Yeah, so it's like to overthrow completely and defeat utterly.
Philistine whopper!
He had the anger of the Lord in him.
Yeah!
So study him.
Because the Lord hate the Philistines, bro.
Study him in the face. You hit him here. In the world they call like 52. It's a different art. 52 blocks or some shit. You attacking joints and shit.
And that's the thing. I remember back in the day, I had a partner who, you know how Jake be playing around, Jake trying to hit you and run and shit like that. He never let you get away with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But what he would do, he had two spots where he would hit you. He would hit you on your hip,
Yep.
or he would hit you across your elbow while you trying to run. So when you take this motion to go through, he's pow, your dead leg go dead in the motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ever had like dislocated a hip or a shoulder, that shit make you just want to stop.
You can't do nothing.
You want to just like, I'm not doing that.
You can't do nothing. Even if you want to. Okay, with your shoulder. No, I got experience with that shit.
Yeah.
If your shoulder is hurt and you try to throw any energy, you're gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
So your instinct is to hold it to you.
Yeah.
But imagine that with your hip though.
You can't fight no more. Yeah.
So hip and thigh.
Yeah.
Dismantle the motherfucker pretty much. Let's go. Was it more?
No.
Okay.
Fatality.
Pretty much.
But every time he would do that to men and women. Anytime bitch get out of pocket, he hit on that hip. Total control.
Judges 15 and 11. And 3,000 men of Judah went to the top of the rock of Etam and said to Samson, knowest thou not that the Philistines are rulers over us? What is this that thou hast done to us? And he said unto them, as they did unto me, so have I did unto them. And they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee.
Bro, he didn't even need Judah. Bro, 3,000 Judites came up to one dude and was like, we gotta fix this shit, cuz. 3,000 for one dude of their own people. Go ahead.
It says, and they said unto him, we are come down to bind thee, that we may deliver thee into the hand of the Philistines. And Samson said unto them, swear unto me that ye would not fall upon me yourselves.
That's what I'm saying. Shit. Look, I'll go with y'all as long as y'all ain't gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if y'all gonna kill me, we can go ahead and rock right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And notice he never killed an Israelite.
No! All Philistines. All Philistines.
It says, and they spake unto him, saying, no, but we will bind thee fast and deliver thee into their hand. But surely we will not kill thee. And they bound him with 2 new cords and brought him up from the rock. It says, and when he came into Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him, and the spirit of Yahweh came mightily upon him.
The spirit of Yahweh came mightily upon him. How many times have we heard this since we've been in these couple chapters? Enough to know it's real.
Yeah.
Enough to understand. There's 3 understand or 4? 3?
Knowledge, wisdom, understanding is 3.
Yeah, three.
That's what I'm saying. Adam, Solomon, Yahushua. That third time, complete understanding. I can't leave these hoes alone to fulfill my Father's will.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, when he came into Lehi, the Philistines shouted against him. And the spirit of Yahweh came mightily upon him, and the cords that were upon his arms.
The spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him. And every time the spirit of the Lord came mightily upon Samson, Philistines got jacked up. Go ahead.
It says, and the cords that were upon his arms became as flax that were burnt with fire, and his bands loosed from off his hands. It says, and he found a new jawbone of an ass.
Woo! Bro, I sent y'all that movie clip. Only thing that was missing was the beard. Go ahead.
Right. It says, and he found a new jawbone of an ass and put forth his hand and took it and slew 1,000 men therewith. And Samson said,
Will somebody get that precept? We're talking about one shall chase 1,000.
yeah, Leviticus 26.
Yeah, somebody pull that real quick, Baba Kasha. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I want to pull that is because I'm saying when the Lord put the spirit on one man, he can do that type of damage. How we always talk about how one angel can destroy the earth. You know what I'm saying? Look at all those men. Look at all those men that King David put in the goddamn ground. You know what I'm saying? So that's the spirit of the Lord is real. You know what I'm saying? Our anger ain't enough. He gonna have to put his anger on us. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is Joshua 23:9. It says, "For the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, have driven out from before you great nations and strong. But as for you, no man hath been able to stand before you unto this day. One man of you shall chase 1,000."
Boom. That's what I wanted. You can stop right there. Matter of fact, read it one more time. One man did what?
It says, Joshua 23:10, "One man of you shall chase 1,000.
All right, keep going.
For the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, your power, he it is that fighteth for you."
There you go. There you go. That's why I keep on saying the spirit of the Lord came mightily upon Samson. You see? It was a 10 of you would chase how many? You say something.
Yeah.
Do we keep going? Go ahead and finish it, Baba Kasha.
Yeah, this one that just says one man of you. It says, "For the Lord, your power."
You say something about putting 10,000 to flight.
Yeah, I think that's a different one.
Let's go, champ.
Leviticus chapter 26.
Yeah, that's it.
It's Leviticus chapter 26, and I start at verse 7. It says, "And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100,
Woo!
and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight."
Woo!
And your-
Bro, that's like 10 people wiping out a football stadium. Sold out. Easy.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm gonna take 1,000 on the left, you take 1,000 on the right. You know.
And ain't none of them gonna get away.
Yeah.
Mr. Man, you took out the motherfuckers in Vietnam.
Ain't nobody get away. Go ahead.
It says Leviticus 26:8. It says, "And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword." That's it.
10,000 to flight. That means all of them dead. Go ahead.
It says, Judges 15:16. It says, "And Samson said with the
That's what I'm
jawbone."
saying. This is what the scriptures is supposed to do to you. You see how excited we are right now?
Yeah.
Read on.
And Samson said with the
Call
jawbone.
all y'all about you now shot.
It says, "And Samson said with the jawbone of an ass, heaps upon heaps, with the jawbone of an ass."
Bro, you know he was talking cash.
Yeah.
Oh, you motherfucker. That's right. That's right. 1,000 motherfuckers came up through the spirit power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. 1,000 motherfuckers is dead.
Yep.
I ain't had no pistol. I had a jawbone of an ass. Fuck y'all. I can. Oh!
Yep.
You uncircumcised bitches.
Right.
You know it ain't real.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Jacob hit a 3 from the corner and act a fool.
Yeah.
You just killed 1,000 Philistines in the name of the Lord?
Yeah. He's talking addiction.
Like I said, the Lord do the same thing in the scriptures. We get that from the Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord is a man of war. He be in the scriptures like, yeah, that was me. I put my name on there.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
Well, Samson, we're gonna go to it. He named that place too.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
You name the place where you
Job
niggas up.
Job on hill.
Job on hill.
It says, "With the jawbone of an ass have I slain 1,000 men. And it came to pass, when he made an end of speaking, that he cast away the jawbone out of his hand, and called the place Ramoth Lehi."
Yeah, Ramoth Lehi,
Verse 17.
17.
Okay.
Ramoth Lehi, job on hill.
That's
That
all,
word there.
yeah, that's all I was
Yeah,
looking
if you look it up in the NLT, it'll tell you job on hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
White meat street, so
Yeah, I'm telling you, beat back Boulevard.
Yep. That's exactly what it says. Strong's 874, 37.
Punisher nigga Parkway. That's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, these all day.
All day long. It says Ramoth Lachia. It says height of a jawbone, or height of a hill, of a jawbone. So a jawbone hill, like you said. And it says a place by the rock Elam in northern Judah, near the border of the Philistines, named by Samson after his slaughter of the 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of an axe. So yeah, that's everything.
Man. That's what I'm saying. And the thing that you can't miss in that, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, one of the 1,000 dead Philistines. And he used Samson to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never want to lose sight. The Lord is in total control. You know? Go ahead.
Verse 18, it says, and he was sore athirst, and called on Yahweh, and said, Thou hast given this great deliverance into the hand of thy servant, and now shall I die for thirst, and fall into the hand of the uncircumcised?
You know what I'm saying? Shit, after all that killing, he was thirsty. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, was it Denzel on Training Day? He reaped all this habit down. I'm thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Sounds like, Lord, I'm so thirsty. Please give me something to drink. I did everything you asked me to do. Please don't kill me with this thirst. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord answered his prayer once again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was still humble after all that.
Yeah.
He talked shit to the Philistines, but in the eyes of the Lord, he was humble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can I get some water, Lord? Go ahead.
Quick research. Back up that last verse. The Most High using Samson. Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Mm-hmm. And that's in that case, he was his jawbone.
That's right.
Yeah.
For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Mm-hmm.
And with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider, and with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
He used Samson to do that. You know what I'm saying? He took out the Philistine leadership with Samson. You know? Go ahead.
Psalm chapter 3, verse 6 and 7 says, Do not be afraid of 10,000s of people that have set themselves against me round about.
That's what I'm saying. I think there was a Bruce Lee movie or some shit. I could be wrong. But he was locked up in a room full of motherfuckers, and he was like, y'all, no, I ain't locked in a room with y'all.
Y'all locked in this bitch.
Y'all locked in this bitch with me. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, y'all locked in here with me. Y'all the ones that's fucked. Go ahead.
Right, verse 7. It says, Arise, O Yahweh, save me, O my power, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly.
Mm-hmm.
Salvation belongeth unto Yahweh.
That's what I'm saying. Never lose sight that Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai is in complete control. The minute you lose sight of that, it's going to be hard for you.
Right.
It's going to be real hard for you. Go ahead.
It says, Salvation belongeth unto the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah.
That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, look, when the Lord say, if I'm with you, who can be against you? He mean that. He mean that. And anybody that think he don't, it's going to get hard for you. It's going to get real hard. Go ahead.
Verse 19, back in Judges 15, verse 19, it says, But the Most High clave a hollow place that was in the jaw, and there came water thereof. Man, so water came out of the jawbone that he used.
Yeah.
Let that sink in. Just
Work the miracle.
Just let your mind sink in that.
Work the miracle.
Water came out of a rock.
Yeah.
Right? So it says, and when he had drunk, his spirit came again. So after he drank the water, his spirit came back. Like, you know, that was your house.
That's right.
Right?
The living water.
Mm-hmm. It says, and when he had drunk, his spirit came again, and he revived.
He's ready for some more Philistines.
Man.
Oh, yeah.
The spirit quickened.
He's ready for another 10 rounds.
Yeah.
let me get some of it. It's like, it's like Space Jam. It says Michael Jordan's secret
stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
had that water and his whole spirit revived.
Yeah.
But it says the spirit quickens and the flesh profits nothing.
Once again, it's on.
Mm-hmm. It says, wherefore he called the name thereof En Hakor, which is in Lehi unto this day. And
I got it in Hebrew if you want it.
yeah.
Yeah, Strong's H5875, Ayun, which is the Hebrew word for eye, and then Ha Kwa Wa Ra, which Korah means to like call out, you know what I'm saying? So like he called out for a well. And eye is also like and the word for well and eye is the same word. So like a well, like where you get water from, and eye is the same. Like fountain. Like the same word, but that's basically what it means. A spring, it says a spring of one calling. Yeah.
It says, which is in Lehi.
That's what I'm saying. How do you not? Oh, for all you niggas that refuse to look up words, fuck you too.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 20, last verse. It says, and he judged Israel in the days of the...
We ain't pulling no more punches with you motherfuckers either, man.
Yeah.
Learn or burn. Read.
And he judged Israel in the days of the Philistines 20 years. That's in chapter 15.
Keep going. Yeah, let's keep going. Let's finish this thing up.
This is the last chapter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to read it?
Yeah, I can read. Yeah, this is Judges 16:1. It says, then went Samson to Gaza, and saw there an harlot, and went in unto her. And it was told the Gazites, saying, Samson is come.
I was saying, now these women ain't Judah, but they are black women.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Gaza, yeah, because Gaza is like, the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
That's still Philistia, if you will. So it says, and it was told the Gazites, saying, Samson is come hither. And they compassed him in, and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city, and were quiet all the night, saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So they
plotting on Samson once again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Samson was steps ahead of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they talking about they gonna wait until in the morning to kill Samson. Shit, Samson dipped that way earlier. He didn't wait till in the morning after he did what he did. Go ahead.
Yep. It says verse 3, and Samson lay till midnight, and arose at midnight.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wait till in the morning. I'm not gonna wait till in the morning for y'all to kill me. He got up out. He dipped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He hit a hoe and dipped. hit a Philistine hoe and dipped.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, and took the doors of the gate of the city.
Because in the NLT, it actually says prostitute.
Yeah.
You know? Go ahead.
Yep. It says, and took the doors of the gate of the city, and the two posts, and went away with them.
He just picked the shit up and walked off. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, bar and all, and put them upon his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of the hill.
I'm talking about, bro, he was amongst the Philistines doing whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Just terrorizing them.
You know what I'm saying? And it continued to tell you that the Spirit of the Lord kept mightily being upon him. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go back to the beginning of the story, it's telling you that the Lord, he was hot against Philistines. He raised up Samson to destroy the Philistines.
Yeah.
You see? And through the Spirit of the Lord, Samson is being more and more and more and more antagonistic as the story goes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It says, continuing on in verse 3, it says, he put them on his shoulders and carried them all the way to the top of the hill across from
He was constantly provoking them because the Lord set him up to kick Philistine ass.
Yeah.
Read.
Verse 4 says, sometime later, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah, who lived in the valley of Sorek.
I was saying she was so bold.
Yeah.
What's the best way? What's the best way for me to tie you up so my people can kill you?
Yeah.
And then you gonna cry and beg all week with this one question.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Go ahead.
If I may,
Bro, I was getting hot reading this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the word Delilah real quick.
Yeah.
Feeble.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Strong
She
H,
came like a cracker.
yeah. H 1807. Dal Yala. The root word is the law.
which means brought low. Excuse me, brought low, not equal to be low, right? So basically, that's the feminine way of saying that root word.
She was a fucking scumbag.
Yeah, feeble, you know. And so going back to this verse here in verse 5, it says the rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, "Entice Samson to tell you what makes him so strong."
Now keep in mind, the Philistines had already plowed with Samson's heifer earlier in this account. And you see how he responded then. Go ahead.
Yeah. Back in the KJV, Judges 16:5, it says, "And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and said unto her, Entice him and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him, that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee every one of us 1,100 pieces of silver."
That's what I'm saying. So the last time they plowed with his heifer, they said, "We're going to kill you and your daddy and we're going to burn y'all to death." This time they plowing with his heifer, they offering her money.
Yeah.
You gonna quit plowing with Samson's heifer.
Yeah.
He put that shit to a stop. Go ahead.
And it says the rulers of the Philistines came to her. Like it was a national thing. Like, yo, we gotta kill this dude Samson. Like,
bro, look how much he had done up to that point.
Yeah.
You see, Samson was a migraine headache for their ass. Go ahead.
He destroyed their economy.
He made their nuts itch.
Burned up their crops.
Yeah.
Killed 1,000 of them with a jawbone. Killed 30 men. And, you know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
He was whooping ass and taking names. He was kicking ass and taking names. That's all he was doing.
And counting.
Yeah, and it's still going.
And counting.
Yeah, that's why.
Go ahead.
They don't want to kill them. They say they want to afflict them. They want to. They don't want to just kill them. They want to torture them.
Another example of no free will. End it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. And I looked up the 1,100. Excuse me. 1,100 shekels of silver. It says that it's equivalent to about 28 pounds. And when you look it up, the value of that is around $7,500. So basically, they're like, each of us, we're gonna give you $7,500. However many dudes approached her, maybe 4 or 5, however many. So she was like, shit, bet.
Yeah, because she was a prostitute.
Yeah, exactly. She was for hire. So you know what I mean. So
For the street.
yeah, no, for real.
She for the streets.
Yeah. So she was like, okay. So it says verse 5, and the Lord's verse 6, and Delilah said to Samson, "Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee."
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What's the best way for me to tie you up so I can have somebody come in here and kill you?
Yeah.
This your pillow talk, bitch?
Man, terrible.
This bitch pillow talk. What's the best way for us to fuck you up?
That coochie had to be crazy.
Yeah.
Just to get away with shit like that.
She kept asking. Go ahead.
Hey, you know if I get a precept?
Oh yeah.
Hey, but remember she's feeble, so she come looking lowly, odd. You see what I'm saying? This is to entice motherfuckers.
And through her, we all die.
Through the flattery.
Yeah. This is Proverbs chapter 7.
Shit, at this point, if you get killed behind a bitch, that's your life.
Man.
Go ahead. Man, I don't give a fuck about you.
Actually, you know what? Let me do a different precept. This is Proverbs chapter 22 and 14. It says, "The mouth of a strange woman is a deep pit, and he that is abhorred of the Lord shall fall therein."
That's what I'm saying, man. You can't tell me the Lord wasn't looking out for us through these scriptures with all this advice, all these instructions. Right?
Right.
Well, in Corinthians it said in Corinthians it talks about how pretty much let these examples that happened in the past be unto you for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, of course the things that are written for time are for our learning, but these things were examples for us to read so that you can see, you know, even the wicked side of our people, things not to do. And then you got the examples on the right hand side of things that you are supposed to do of what your forefathers did. Right. So the Lord didn't leave nothing unturned for us of how we need to move and through particular scenario situations.
There's no situation that we're going to be confronted with where we don't have examples on how to navigate it.
Exactly.
Going back to that, Judges 16 and verse 7.
Romans 15:4. Somebody pull that real quick. Go ahead.
Judges 16 and 7, it says, And Samson said unto her, If they bind me with 7 green withs that were never dried, then shall I be weak and be as another man.
You know what I'm saying? He just jiving with her now. You know what I'm saying? You know what, bitch? If you get 75 toothpicks, you know what I'm saying, to wrap the shit up in a rubber band shit, I'd just be like any other nigga.
Yeah.
Yep, and when you,
No, you got it.
well, the green wreath, what he's talking about, that's what you use to make bow and arrow strings. So those are very, very strong strings.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much using that as an analogy, yeah, you gotta bind. If you bind it with 7 of these, then I'll be like, no. But it's like even if you bind it one with, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's a strong string. Bow and arrow, you can stretch it and it ain't gonna break. So it's like you gotta bind it with 7 of that, and I might be like a normal man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's pretty much talking shit, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he was toying with her, man.
Yeah. She actually tried the shit though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well let me go get some.
Yeah.
Wrap them all up and shit. Samson, they coming.
Man. What kind of foreplay is this?
I put you. I need you to go get 7 bow and arrows. Hurry, Butu. Hurry. I need you to go get 7.
I have him right where I want him. Fucking ass bitch. Give me the bag.
You want that Romans 15?
Yeah. Read that first.
This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. It says, For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
To back up Brother Tassimah. You know what I'm saying? You go back into these accounts, you realize that you can't just be talking like that. You know what I'm saying? You realize that everything ain't for everybody. Go ahead.
It says, For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope.
That's what I'm saying. Without the scriptures, we just out here. You know, without these accounts, we'll already be dead. Probably would have died 2/3. Let's go.
So the things that are written aforetime for the 2/3, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? The nigga that died that got choked out by the cop.
George Floyd.
That's the thing. That's the thing that's written aforetime for 2/3. You know what I'm saying? We got the scriptures.
Agree with our adversary quickly. That was written for us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Turning the other cheek, having an understanding of what those things mean. Those things are written for us. We was talking about that at camp last night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got all these precepts these dudes swear they meant the Lord.
Yeah.
But they missing out on all these precepts. That's why, because it ain't for them. The precepts that the Lord allowed them to understand was for their destruction, not for their benefit.
Bible for the elect.
You know? Esau created confusion by giving the Bible to billions of people. No, it ain't a billion prophets. So it shouldn't be a billion Bibles. Let's go.
Continuing on, it says, Judge 16 and in verse 9, it says, Now there were men lying in wait, abiding with her in the chamber, and she said unto him, The Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he brake the withs as the thread of tow is broken when it toucheth the fire.
It was easy.
Yeah.
So it was yarn, like, you know, like
Yeah.
yarn. It was pretty much like yarn.
Yeah, it was easy.
Broke out.
Yeah, burnt yarn. That's how easy it was. Burnt yarn.
Yep. It says, so his strength was not known. Basically, so like.
They still didn't know.
Yeah, exactly. The source of it. Verse 10, it says, And Delilah said unto Samson, Behold, thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Now tell me, I pray thee, wherewith thou mightest be bound.
That's what I'm saying. You lied to me about how the best way to kill you is. The nerve of this bitch.
Yeah. And after she tried it, see, that should have been that's the hugest red flag you could get. Like, she actually did the shit. It wasn't just like he accidentally fell into, verse 12. It says, verse 11. It says, And he said unto her, If they bind me fast with new ropes that were never occupied, then shall I be weak and be as another man. So you just trolling her, just telling her, you know what I'm saying?
Try to get it.
Yeah. Verse 12.
That's what I'm saying. So it don't even say what happened to the Philistines once he broke out the shit.
Right. They just walk away.
But he been whooping Philistines' ass this whole time. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, verse 12, Delilah therefore took new ropes and bound him therewith and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson.
He just kept smashing his hoe.
Yeah, because he knew that she couldn't do, like, she couldn't really harm him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. So it's just like, I'm just gonna fuck with her. You know, were liars in wait abiding in the chamber, and he brake them from off his arms like a thread. Verse 13, and Delilah said unto Samson, hitherto thou hast mocked me and told me lies. Tell me wherewith thou mightest be bound.
Why you won't tell me how to kill you?
Yeah.
It's like a James Bond movie. You know how you fucking the bitch that's trying to kill him?
They never win. They never win. So clearly Delilah didn't hear about the first wife he had that got burnt up with her father.
Yeah, she didn't know.
She clearly didn't hear it. Unless she thought she had that type of game. Keep in mind, she a hoe trying to get paid.
Yeah.
Delilah was a hoe trying to get paid. Go ahead.
It says, and he said unto her, if thou weavest the 7 locks of my head with the web, basically that's the answer that he gave. Like, all right, you gotta braid up my locks. You know what I'm saying? It says, verse 14, and when and she fastened it with a pin and said unto him, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he awaked out of his sleep and went away with the pin of the beam and with the web. Yep. So basically it didn't work. Right?
Right.
It says
Pretty much what he did was he pulled like in the beam of your web is talking about like you had something that was holding your hair in it. So he took it out and that's what you used to take them out. That little pretty much something for your hair.
Yep.
He whooped the niggas with a hair tie.
He whooped their ass with a hairpin pretty much. Like
Yep.
Now keep in mind, Delilah ain't getting no smarter seeing all this shit.
Yeah.
Bitch ain't got no smarter. Go ahead.
Yep. All right. It says, verse 15, and she said unto him, how canst thou say, I love thee, when thine heart is not with me? Thou hast mocked me these 3 times, and hast not told me wherein thy great strength lieth.
That's what I'm saying, but she trying to get him killed.
But that's why the scriptures say, no one revealeth everything to her alive from thy bosom.
Yeah, we brought that out right before you walked in, boy. Good. Go ahead.
Yep. It says verse 16, and it came to pass when she pressed him daily with her words.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you know that the Lord was working. Because Samson, the first time his wife pissed him off, he left and went back home.
Yeah.
Then you had all these other times to where he could have left, but he didn't. Why? Because the Lord set him up to do what he did. The Lord set him up to destroy the Philistines. You see? And the thing was, with all this nagging and all that type of shit, what that was doing was that was fleshly building up Samson's spirit to be pissed off. And then the Lord would intervene from that point. They would piss Samson off, but then the Lord would jump on Samson to do his will. You see? They talked about she got on his nerves, she was nagging all week, and he was, and finally he was like, fuck, bitch, damn, here it is. And that still led to more what? Dead fucking Philistines. Let's go.
Man, when you stay with a woman, man, and she constantly nagging you about some shit, what's the scripture talk about? It's better to dwell in the dragon.
No, that's Sirach 25, 26.
Yeah.
I'd rather dwell with a dragon or a lion. I'd rather live on top of the roof.
Not necessarily only on top of the roof. It said the corner of the
Yeah.
roof. Like you on the corner, you on the far part of the roof.
Yeah.
Like, where you on the edge. Where
Yeah.
I'd
I'd rather be in all kind of danger.
be on the edge.
Give me danger. Shit. Go ahead.
Yep, it says in the middle of verse 16, and urged him so that his soul was vexed unto death. He's like, man, shit.
Annoyed.
Damn,
man.
Man.
Damn, you really ain't gonna stop.
Man.
You know what? Since you're not gonna stop, I'm just gonna have to kill every fucking body. Because that's what ended up happening.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You done made me kill every goddamn body. All I wanted was a box.
Yeah.
Look at all these damn dead Philistines shit.
All because you was pissing me off.
Yep.
Fucking ass bitches, man.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You should have told her.
Yeah.
You should have told her. Don't go messing with a country boy. Country boy, country boy.
Verse 17, it says, he was vexed unto death, that he told her all his heart, and said unto her, there hath not come a razor.
Bro, so can you imagine how much Eve got on Adam nerves?
Oh my God.
Hey, the serpent plowed with his heifer. The serpent plowed with Adam's heifer.
Yeah, heifer.
Fuck the whole world up.
You should have told her that. You should have said heifer.
You know what I'm saying?
You should have told her. Tell me you're not in the heifer.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Like Gordon Ramsay, you fucking lazy cow. That's a heifer.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep.
He be cussing ass out, man. I think he a Jake. Yeah, I think Gordon Ramsay a Jake. He always talking. People get to fucking up. He be like, "Oh my lord,
Oh my God, fuck
oh my god." Yeah, he called him Lord too much to be an Edomite. Go ahead.
fuck off, you cunt.
Fuck off, heifer. We gotta start using that word again in women. Shut up, heifer.
Man. Yep. It
Big
says,
Shirley heifer.
Heifer, please.
Heifer and Big Shirley.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, and he said unto her, there hath not come a razor upon mine head, for I have been a Nazarite unto the Most High from my mother's womb.
You know what I'm saying? This is the pillow talk. This outlaw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when he was just trolling and bullshit, it was all good.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Shit. If I be shaven, then my strength will go from me.
You know what I'm saying? And at the conclusion of all these different things, you understand that the it wasn't in his hair, it was in the vow. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He was dedicated to the Lord before he grew up. Speck of hair. Mm-hmm. It wasn't about the hair. Mm-hmm. You see? He was dedicated to the Most High before he was born. It's about that. It's about the oath. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. Verse 18. And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines.
I got this nigga. I got it. Go to. I'm finna get these bread. She hit you with the yeah. Was it Johnny Manziel? She hit you with the money sign. I'm gonna get paid.
She ain't had to sell no box for the next 3 months.
And was probably still selling it.
Right.
Because they say hoes don't run out of money.
Man. Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. It says, she sent and called for the Philistines, saying,
and that was before pimps too? Anyway, no.
Come up this once, for he hath showed me all his heart. Then the lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought the money in her hand. They was ready. They were like, finally, that shit.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Yep. Verse 19. And she made him sleep upon her knees.
He was resting between her legs. Right. You know, you laying with a woman between her legs.
Like, chilling.
She rubbing your head.
Yeah. Chilling.
You know, there, you like that rub, the hair rub. He was chilling. He was going to sleep. Yeah, he was out.
Yep.
Woo, man. Bad position to be in.
Yeah, he was out there.
Man. Yep. It says, and she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. Oh, can we say something about this locks thing? Because people try to use this trick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When we go into that word locks real quick, because people like to say, oh, dreadlocks. Says you have dreadlocks. We can have dreadlocks. The word for locks is Strong's H4253. It says ma chalapa. And chalap is the root word, which means to I'll say change, to pass on through, to pass through, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
braids.
You know what I mean?
Cornrows.
Right, exactly, right? So ma chalapa is the specific word for braids, you know what I'm saying? Or plaits, you know what I mean? Like a lock, you know what I mean? Like, but
locking your hair.
yeah, it's a braid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like when she mentioned it, the hair, putting the hair into the web.
Mm-hmm.
For Jake terms, pretty much like box braids in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like his hair was already braided, and she pretty much braided his braids.
That's different than Shiva Joxes. That's a heathen custom.
Exactly.
All right.
Now I used to do that when I had my hair. When my hair was long, what I would do is I would braid my cornrows would go straight to the back. but my shit was so long in the back that she would lock those up.
You could break the braid.
Yeah. That's
Make a bigger braid.
That's what I'm saying. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So it's not a dreadlock.
Yeah.
Because a dreadlock is matted, dirty, filthy.
The hair can't breathe.
That's what I'm
saying.
Verse 19. It says, and she made him sleep upon her knees, and she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head. And she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him.
Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, the Lord is the one that put him upon that sleep. Like, you know, when you sleep, like, you ever see a child sleep, like, getting their hair cut?
Yeah.
Like, that has to be a special spirit on you for you to fall asleep while you're getting your hair cut.
You're tired. You're exhausted.
Like, you are tired, exhausted, and they're just cutting his hair off, and he just sleep.
Yeah, razor, yeah.
You know, with a razor, though. Not, you ain't had no electric clippers, you know, no, like, razor.
Well, after you lay, you know, there's times after you lay with a woman where you just kind of,
Tired.
that'd be a different sleep.
Yeah.
You know, you be out of there.
Yo, you be out there.
Yeah.
So she began to afflict him, and his strength went from him. Basically, you know, he started to lose that strength that he had. You know what I'm saying? That he began to grow weak, basically. You know what I mean?
Yep. And I'm gonna say the Lord did that so he could work a miracle later.
Yeah. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because Samson was swagged up by that point.
Yeah.
Samson was swagged up by that point. So he was like, man, look. You know what I'm saying?
That DMX spirit in belly.
There you go.
You niggas can't touch me.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? And even when that happened, and the Spirit of the Lord wasn't on him, and he got his eyes gouged out, and he got punished and all that, we're going to keep reading.
Yeah.
We're going to keep reading. Because all that happened for a reason.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't got no problem bruising us to make his point. The Lord don't have no problem with bruising us to make his point.
Right.
That's right.
Read.
Yep. Okay. It says in verse 19.
Joint heirs, right?
Yeah.
If you join heirs with Yahushua in glory, you join heirs otherwise. Let's go.
Judges chapter 16 and 20, it says, and she said, the Philistines be upon thee, Samson. And he woke out of his sleep and said, I will go out as the other times before.
I got this.
Yeah.
I got this. You know what I'm saying? Ah, shit. He broke out everything else she came with. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, and shake myself, meaning like, you know, she thought he tied him up. So he's like, okay, I'm just get out this shit. It says, and he knew, and he wist not that the Lord was departed from him.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna bust out of this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when he realized he couldn't, you know?
Yep.
Oh shit.
You felt that breeze?
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, it don't mention nothing about Samson being proud.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just tells the story. It tells you that at times the Spirit of the Lord was on Samson.
Yeah.
So the times that it wasn't, that's what I'm saying. We're not always in the Spirit. We try our best to be. You know what I'm saying? But bro, the Lord got 144,000. You know what I'm saying? If he want to spend his time on everybody at the same time, he can. But if he want to deal with one at a time, what you gonna do? Why you ain't got the Spirit on me, Lord? Shit, you'll be out of there so fucking fast.
Yeah.
The Lord deal how he want to deal. Go ahead.
And that word "wist," so Samson knew by experience when the Lord took the spirit off of him. When he went through that, that's because the word "wit" going to know by experience. So if the Lord ain't dealing with you, you gonna know by experience that he ain't fucking with you.
Man.
Go put you through it.
Right, where you go, by you going through it.
Yep.
But it says he didn't know. He was not. Like, he didn't know that the
Yeah, that's what I'm
Lord's
saying.
Spirit had departed from him. So he was caught off by surprise. Like, oh, shit.
Caught off guard.
You know what I mean? So verse 21, but the Philistines took him and put out his eyes and brought him down to Gaza and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house.
If they were smart and if free will was really a thing, they would have killed Samson on the spot.
Got the problem over with.
Yeah.
And the problem would have been done.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying. The Lord wanted to fuck everything up.
Man.
Yeah.
So he made,
Torture him.
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah. It's like
But they didn't kill him.
Same as
it's like in the movie, you be like, man, wow, every time they capture the hero, they never like just kill
Whenever the villain captured a hero in the movie, he gotta run down his evil plan, tell him what he did. It's like, you gave
Whole
this all this time,
hero.
nigga, wiggling out the head.
Next thing you know, he whooped all y'all ass. Like that's what I'm saying, he's wiggling.
Yeah, wiggling.
Yeah. You tell him your body.
But I know.
The whole time, the audience is
He got a razor in his hand over there. Cut the rope.
Hey, y'all seen that Austin Powers movie where Dr. Evil finally captured him and shit? Yeah. And the son was like, just kill him, man. Just kill him. He's right there. He was like, Dr. Evil was like, no, we're gonna set a timer. We're gonna leave.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah, I remember that shit.
He's like, no, I don't think that's necessary. He just walked off and just closed the door and like, he's gonna die. This room will blow up in 60 seconds. That's good.
Dumb as hell.
Oh, man, I forgot
you get mad, you yell at the screen, but the director said that.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. When I was reading this and I read about them hoes, I was getting mad. Now everything the spirit kicked in was like, bro.
He wrote it like
You ain't even fucking with bitches like that.
Yeah.
Sit down. You gotta teach class this week. Go ahead, bro.
His son was mad as hell in that movie. Damn, dad, you dumb motherfucker. His son hated his ass, bro.
Yeah. Going back to Judges 16 and verse 21.
Yeah, we all know it's done.
Yep. It says, and bound him with fetters of brass, and he did grind in the prison house. And when you that's basically like he had to grind grain. He was pushing that millstone. You know what I'm saying?
That was just like on life.
Yeah.
State of Mississippi is only interested in getting this shit done by sundown. He was in the pen.
Yeah.
He was in the penitentiary area. Go ahead.
Howbeit the hair of his head began to grow again after he was shaven. And then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon, their god, and to rejoice. For they said, our power hath delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hand. Yeah. So it was sacrificing, they
Trick bag.
Yeah.
Trick bag.
You
thought?
thought? You thought?
Trick bag.
Yeah. So
Trick bag Johnson.
Yeah. Verse 24, and when the people saw him, they praised their God, lowercase g. For they said, our God hath delivered into our hands our enemy.
I was saying, but what had really happened? Yahweh delivered Samson in their hands so that he could destroy the Philistines.
Can I get a piece of
Go ahead.
real quick? I just thought about that.
Trick bag.
As you said. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 28. It says, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love the Most High, to them who are the called according to His purpose.
That's what I'm saying. Samson didn't have no eyes. He didn't have no eyes or no hair when he told their asses to fuck up.
That's right.
All things work together.
That's what I'm saying. All this time, the Lord was. This whole account started with the Lord being mad at the Philistines. So he put a plan of action in order to get rid of them. That's the same thing he doing with these Edomites, bro.
Yeah.
They the new Philistine.
Right? Yeah.
They the new Philistine.
Yeah.
We the new Samson.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we got that stone.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yep. It says, verse 25, and it came to pass. I skipped verse 24. It says, and when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, our God hath delivered into our hands our enemy, and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us.
That's what I'm saying. So, read that part again.
Yeah. It says, our God hath delivered into our hands our enemy, and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us.
Why is he still alive?
Because the Lord wrote it that way.
No free will.
Yeah.
It's clear that there's no free will. When the motherfucker can't help themselves to the point to where it's ridiculous, no free will.
Right.
That reminds me of when Saul spared Agag. Like, he should have just killed him on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
No free will.
Yeah.
if I can add on to your point, it makes me think about the time when Jeroboam, when King Rehoboam was made king. He told Jeroboam and all, and pretty much the rest of the nation, like, look, meet me in 3 days. But Rehoboam pretty much didn't take the counsel of the older men, but he took the counsel of the younger men. To the point where he was like, man, look, my father chastised you, I'm gonna chastise you harder. I'm gonna, you know, my father whipped you with whips, I'm gonna whip you with scorpions. You know what I'm saying? But it says at the latter part of that verse, it says that, but the Lord allowed it to happen so that the kingdom could be written. Because of the prophecy that was given to Jeroboam by the prophet of the Charlotte prophet that told him the kingdom was written. That had to happen for that whole turn of events had to happen for the kingdom to be split.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Because you would think, hearing that ahead of time, that you would do everything in your power to avoid things. He was hook, line, and sinker. That nigga was off the chain. Real asshole. Go ahead.
Yep, it says verse 20.
Deal with a crown.
Man, yep. DC young fella. And it came to pass, Judges 16 and 25, and it came to pass when their hearts were merry that they said, call for Samson, that he may make us sport.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying. Go get Samson so he can entertain us.
Yeah.
Really, they were saying, go get Samson so he can kill all our goddamn asses.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened.
Yeah.
how you gonna perform for him? What are you gonna do?
What you gonna do? He can't.
He can't see.
They just wanted to mock him. They don't want to
Yeah.
parade him around and mock him.
Hey.
Sport.
They probably had plans with here Samson catch.
Yeah.
Throw some bullshit at him. You know how he.
Make it a spectacle.
Yeah.
Like you can sport with your woman. Like you out, you sporting with your
Yeah.
woman, you showing her off. It was showing Samson. I was like, we conquered this nigga.
Yeah. Look at him. No eyes, no hair, no strength. Yeah, we got this. That shit did not happen the way they thought it would. Go ahead.
This ain't what you think. It ain't gonna go how you think it's gonna go.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 20 and
Except to turn
24.
that shit into something else.
Yeah.
Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's going is of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? Hey. Huh?
That hair didn't grow back.
No.
Yeah, he didn't get all the locks.
He didn't get all right.
He didn't need the hair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he prayed to the heaven, we're gonna keep reading. Watch when he threw up that prayer to the Lord at the end. He didn't mention no fucking hair. So all you niggas out there that don't want to get no haircut, fuck you and your pussy. Yeah, I said it. Shit is fucking ridiculous at this point. Freeze.
Yep. This is Judges 16.
Fucking ass niggas, man.
It says, in the middle of verse 25, it says, and they called for Samson out of the prison house, and he made them sport, and they set him between the pillars, of the house, the house that was in. It says, verse 26.
It just so happened that those were the most important pillars of the house. Because when you build a house, it's a certain portion of the house that if anything happens to that, the whole fucking thing comes down. They stupid ass set him right there.
But the spirit put it on them. Let's put them and sit here right there.
Yeah. So everybody.
He, the child that was leading Samson because he couldn't see. He was like, "Look, sit me over here. I need to rest up against these pillars. You still in Yai quiet mode. I'm finna fuck these niggas up." Go ahead. Bring it out.
Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart in man and the answer of the tongue is from Yahweh.
There you go. You come to them when
Hey man, preparation of the heart is your mind. So how your mind is prepared and the words that you speak, the things that they was telling, like, yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, go ahead and set them on these two pillars. That was off from the book.
Yep.
That was it.
Go ahead.
Yep, verse 26. And Samson said unto the lad that held him by the hand, suffer me, that I may feel the pillars whereupon the house standeth, that I may lean upon them. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there.
That's what I'm saying. He used Samson to cut off the head of the snake. He used Samson to step on that goddamn snake's head.
Right? It says that they were upon the roof that was only on the roof. There were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport. Verse 28. And Samson called unto the Lord, Yahweh Shai, and said, O Lord, my power, remember me, I pray thee, and strengthen me,
I pray thee, only this once.
That's what I'm saying. Did he say, let my hair grow back, put my eyes back in so I can see it? None of that. Go ahead.
It says, only this once, O my power, that I may be at once avenged of the Philistines for my 2 eyes.
That's what I'm saying. Just this one time, Lord.
Yeah.
Just this one time.
Yeah.
Let me die with these. I die with these bastards.
Yeah.
If it's your will, Lord.
Bro, they gouged his eyes out. I mean, come on, like what? A blind man. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? Shit, bro, you handicapped for life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was at that point. Shit, he probably was happy to take that route.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, you know, he lost his strength. He lost his eyesight. He ain't have nothing to lose.
That's what I'm saying. Lord, put the strength on me one last time to do your will.
Yeah.
That's the spirit we gotta be in, bro.
Right. Yeah.
That's the spirit we gotta be in. Look, I can't count how many times I done told y'all. I'm short, fat, I done wrote all over my body, weed smoking my lungs from 20 fucking years ago. I can't do nothing else in this body but prophesy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want shit else. If you ain't in that spirit, this ain't for you.
Yep.
Go ahead.
This is Judges 16-29. And Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left. And Samson said, let me die with the Philistines. And he bowed himself with all his might, bowed himself with all his might. And the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein. So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in all his life.
God dang. Bro, he killed thousands of Philistines because the Lord wanted him to.
Yep. Yep. In a matter of seconds.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I was saying at one point in time you had the body count up to 1,000 and something.
1,030.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he was 3,000 on the roof, so you know more people in the house.
On the bottom, that's just on the roof. The pillars was holding the roof up, but there's more people. He was on the bottom.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's go on and finish up.
Yep, verse 31, last verse says, then his brethren and all the house of his father came down and took him and brought him up and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the burying place of Manoah his father.
And he rested with his fathers.
Mm-hmm.
After all that, he rested with his fathers, man. That's what I'm saying, man. If these scriptures don't do nothing to you, man, fuck you, dog. Like, for real, for real. All these niggas using the Bible for their own gain and being bitches. That's why 2/3 of Israel got to be cut off and fucking die. I don't got nothing else.
Yep. Hey, it says he judged Israel 20 years. So the Lord had that spirit on Samson, you know what I mean, to wreak havoc on the Philistines for 20 years, bro. You know? So imagine when the Lord give us those you know, spiritual powers, man. Like talk about in Isaiah, you know, how we're gonna be like basically mount up with wings. You know what I'm saying? Let me get that scripture real quick.
Yeah, we're about to be the bane of these people's existence. They getting ready to set up their new world order. They think they got it all. They rolling out the plans. You know, they getting ready to shut the whole world down again.
We ain't finna judge for 20 years, but we're gonna judge for eternity.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be judgment, all judgment, eternal judgment.
That's right.
Forever.
We gonna get to have day one everything that they fighting to have. They want immortality, so they trying to do it through AI. We get it. Just the Lord is gonna give it to us. Right. Dominion over the earth, getting the venture out. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're held spiritually on right now with this doctrine.
Yeah.
So it's gonna manifest physically eventually.
Yeah. I got the precept in Isaiah 40. Isaiah 40 and 29, it says, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength. That's us right now. We feeble, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, we physically right now, right? But the Most High give you that power. It says, even the youths shall faint and be weary, which that's us right now in these feeble bodies. right? It says, and the young men shall utterly fall, but they that wait upon Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall renew their strength, and shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Samson was a small example of that. That's just one man. He was able to take down a whole fucking,
He dismantled. He was used to dismantle an entire nation.
Yeah. You see? So come on, man. Think about that. But that's all I had.
Yeah, I mean that's heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? It goes to show you that Yahweh Bashem Shai can take down he can take down many by small numbers. The Lord don't need, you know what I'm saying? The Lord doesn't need the whole nation of Israel. No, that's why through the 144,000, it's the whole world is going to be, beginning with the spirit that Yahweh Bashem Shai placed upon the 144,000.
Right.
The whole world is completely changing. Mm-hmm. It's going to be completely fresh. 144,000 robots. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? 144,000 robots wiping clean the whole earth in righteousness.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got a piece of it. All right, this is Micah chapter 5, verse 7. It says, and the remnant of Jacob, which it's talking about the 144, shall be in the midst of many people as a dew from the Lord. So I think about like an army, you know what I'm saying? A mobilization of an army. You know what I mean? It says, and the showers upon the grass.
And dew covers the whole ground.
Yeah.
Like it covers everything. When you look and you see a dewy ground, it's not like you just see dew in one part and then everything else is dry.
Ain't no dew patches.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. It says, as showers upon the grass that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people as a lion among the beasts of the forest. So lion is an apex predator, right? And these heathen, these other nations, we're going to be like a lion to them, right? Amongst, a lion come across any other animal, that other animal is not finna win. All right, if it's one-on-one, you know what I mean? It says, as a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces, and none can deliver. Right? So we have this illustration of Samson's life, basically being that example of a young lion going through flocks of sheep, and they couldn't do nothing. They couldn't do anything to abate his strength, but it was from the Lord, though. You see? Mm-hmm. So, just a couple of precepts came to mind.
I got one. This is Revelation chapter 20 and verse 4, and it says, and I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. Talking about what? The Israelites, as Yahushua was telling Peter in Matthew 19, about what we receive if we put away our life and follow his ministry. It says, judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua and for the word of the Most High. And we are the ones, Lord willing, we make it to the end. Some of us have to settle that martyr death, or some of us will have to get changed without seeing death, But it says, for the witness of Yahushua, which is the main pivotal point we're doing this for. We read these scriptures a 4-time for our learning, to build our faith up to that point, It says, for the word of the Most High, the scriptures, in which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads. And this modern day Philistine, that these Edomites, the rulers of modern day Egypt, America, which is Babylon, this is what they're going to track everybody down to do. Worship the beast, worship the image, this false Christianity, feminism, and all this democracy bullshit. You see, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads, their MOTB, which is going to wind down too, or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with a Mashiach 1,000 years. Going into how y'all was just talking about their rulership when we set up again. And we gonna be ruling over these devils and these freaking peons and freaking Hamites, Philistines, with that rod and iron, bro. It ain't gonna have to be another time where we have to, Lord, give me a drink, I'm thirsty, I'm almost dead. Now, right. It's gonna be eternity rod upon these niggas' head, bro.
The Lord ain't raising up just a judge in the land. The Lord is raising up 144,000 judges.
Yeah, that's right.
At the same time.
Yeah. According to the law. Yep. Anybody else got anything?
Just that first Maccabees 2:50 says, my sons, give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. All right, so you shall receive great power and everlasting name. So that's what we That's what we auditioning for kingship.
Matter of fact, somebody get a get a secondary too. Yeah, let's finish off that, man. Yeah, let's finish off on that.
Verse, verse 42. It says, Ezra saw upon Mount Zion a great people, whom I cannot number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature.
So that's the elect. Go ahead.
Taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns and was more exalted. It's Yahushua crowning the elect, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and have put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High.
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta do that to get delivered. If you don't do that, you lose.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now are they crowned and receive palms. And then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hand? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High whom they confess in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
That's what I'm saying. How wish I come in the volume of the book, man. He's all through it. He's all through it. And everybody that's a part of that ceremony, he dealt with them individually. Through the Spirit.
Yeah.
So you goddamn right we're going to defend this gospel to the best of our ability.
That's right.
You're not going to get to act like no bitch and get into the kingdom. Ain't no bitches going to be on the chariots. So you better get that bitch up at you now. Repent. That go for all of us. All of us still, bro, we got to repent every day. Go ahead.
Last verse, verse 48. Then the angel said unto me, Go thy way and tell thy people what manner of things and how great wonders of the Lord thy power thou hast seen.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what we doing through the Spirit. And the elect will be gathered because the Lord wanted it. Not because we sick of this shit. No, because the Lord wanted it. So with that, we want to give all praises to Yahweh. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the I can teach about the Mayan Wa'amat. That's in sincerity and truth. Shalom.
Shalom. Ooh, that was fire there.
That was a great listen.